watching the HSEMINDSETmm channels, live HSE trainings. So today we are going to see the behavior based. So how its process goes. What are the advantages of behavior based safety? Nowadays, the behavior based safety is one of the major safety areas every industries try to concern, because behavior based safety is always linked to proactive safety. The all other safeties are reactive safeties, because the reactive safety getting failures, because once the accident happens, then only the reactive safety what we are trying to see. But when you are seeing the proactive safety, it's in BBS, that is behavior based safety. It's all about the proactive safety measures. People always looks for prevent the accidents. The prevention is better than cure. It's one of the famous proverb. So when you want to try to reduce the accident, means you must have a proactive safety measures. So this proactive safety measures only you will see by means of the behavior based safety. The people always see the accidents, incidents. So these incidents, the employers never like incident, or they always want to save the company. They want to always follow the legal things for the company. So when the incidents happens, normally everyone gets scared. Because of the scaring the accident incidents, the company is appointing the safety officers, safety manager and safety department, everything. So when the safety department is in place, how proactively you are minimize the accident, or the companies nowadays trying for zero accidents. So this zero accidents happens only by means of behavior based safety. You see, everywhere we are seeing the companies following the reactive based safety, but the reactive based safety nowadays getting failure, because there are a lot of accidents, incidents. Why these incidents happening? Because of human error. So the human error is a major thing nowadays we are talking. So this human error, how we can eradicate, how we can remove the human errors? We can remove by means of following the behavior based safety approaches, because it's a mechanical world. Everywhere everyone is rushing for their life. So people are in a hurry mood. They are always trying to live in a competitive world. In this competitive world, the people's in a speed way they are working. There are a lot of careless issues, whether, and also the people gets carelessness because of behavioral changes. There are emotional changes, behavioral changes. These emotional and behavioral changes leads to accidents in the companies. The people's those who are having the strange behaviors always leads to the accidents. That's why worldwide nowadays we are talking about the behavior based safety approaches, that is called BBS, that is behavior based safety. So this behavior based safety, what we are trying to see how the people attitude changing the accidents, attitude into accidents. So when the people unsafe attitude leads to accidents, safe behavior leads to protect the company, unsafe behavior leads to accidents. That's why there is a process called the observations. When observing the people to know whether he is working safely or unsafely, based on the people's observations, the based on the observations, data's analysis, we will come to conclude that person is working in unsafe conditions, or because of his unsafe attitude leads to accidents. So the main thing, the safety department or safety professionals, they have to observe the people. Based on the observation, you will conclude whether he is doing the safe work or not. Based on that only, there is a conclusion about the workers. So here, observe to improve. So unsafe behavior, 90% accidents comes from the unsafe behavior. So the observe to improve, safe or unsafe. We have to observe the people, observe the worker, observe the helper, observe the manager, whoever it may be, whether he is doing safe work or unsafe work. That you have to do. Then always this unsafe behavior leads to 90% accident. So how this behavior-based process, behavior-based safety process will do? What kind of things we can do through the behavior-based safety? Number one, observations. You have to observe the people. The safety department or team, they will go and see in the workplace how he is working, whether he is working safely or unsafely. He is doing the work in a right manner or in a wrong manner, whether his attitude is correct or not. So these are the things the observers, they look into the guy who is working in the mechanical department, electrical department, whatever process department. So when these people are working, the safety department people, the team members first observe whether he is working safely or not. What is his body language? Is there any fear on his face? Any strange behaviors on his face? Whether he is working in a right manner, or any mental disturbances from that employee, or any strange behaviors from that employee. So that you have to observe. Some people having the family issues, some people some behavior issues, some people always hurry in an excited mode. So these things definitely will make the accidents. So for avoiding the accidents, you have to observe the people, how he is working, whether in a safe manner or unsafe manner. So that is the first part is observation. Then recording. Whatever things you have to record. That is important because you are going for an X, Y, Z. Then you are going a X person, seeing the X person, Y person, Z person. Then after going the department, you see the X person is working high, okay. Then Y person is okay or not okay means not okay. Then Z person, how his attitude and behavior is correct or not. Then Right, okay. So you have to have some parameters, some checklist, how his attitude, how he is behaving in front of others, how he is using the tools, how his work, how he is wearing the PPEs, whether he is working safely or not, whether he is using the PPEs or not, whether he is speaking politely and doing the exact what work given from his supervisor or not. So these are the observation from X, Y, Z. Then you have to observe and record. You have to record in a sheet saying that X, these are the things, tick it. Then Y, tick it, whether it's okay or not. Then is it, tick it, is it okay or not? So when you are keeping on doing this one, that is called recording. First observation, then recording. So after recording, you have to sit and analysis the thing, whether the X guy is okay or he has to give some psychiatric treatment, or he has to be given any training, HSE training, or he has to given any job training. So that should be, you have to analysis what kind of area he is good, or what are the strength of weakness of the guy, where he is lagging, where he is improved. So these things you have to analysis. That is X, Y, Z, overall behavior pattern that we are telling that. Then what we have to do, then after that, actions. So after doing this one, you have to do actions. Once you did the actions, then analysis again. So what kind of actions you have to do, take it. Once you observe the things, recording the things, then analysis. So after the analysis, you decided, okay, X is the problem and Z is problem. Y, okay, we can say like this, X, Z, Y. 3 people observed. Y required job training. Z required family counseling. Then X required safety training. First observations, recording, analysis. After getting this feedback, X, Y, Z, just for example, okay. So after that, you are taking the actions, whether X, Y, Z, who is required what? X required job training, Y required family counseling, Z required HSE training. So you decided, because in these areas, as per the behavior based observations, in these areas, this X, Y is getting lacking. So they are not in a position to understand. They, because of this attitude, may leads to accidents. Because the Y guy, Z guy is always is concerned some sentimental, some sadness, some strange behaviors, strange behavior from that guy. So he's always sad because he is away from his family. He is feeling the loneliness. So since he is feeling the loneliness, he is away from the family. This Y guy is required family counseling and communication to the family, and some counseling required, some refreshment required for this Y guy. So sorry, Z guy. So here 3, X, Y, Z. X required job training, X required HSE training, Y required job training, Z required family counseling. So now you decided. So what you have to do? Then after the action, again analysis. How you have to analysis? Then you have to see whether these guys improved based on his training, based on this counseling or training, that guy improved or not. That analysis you have to do. Then after that, you have to send to the guys to their workplaces. After that, you have to again verify whether that concerned people improved or not, whether these three people are effectively safe manner they are working in their workplace, that you have to observe. So that is the feedback. So where from the supervisor and the safety people will give the feedback that people working in a proper way, they are working in a safe way, they are working in a safe way. So that thing you have to conclude, that will be the proper way of processing the behavior based safety. So when traditional safety is always reactive, but behavior based is always proactive. That is very important. Worldwide, reactive safety is slowly deviating from the companies, but proactive safety is everybody nowadays approaching the behavior based safety because it's a proactive safety. That will be the only reason the company is following the behavior based safety in a strict manner to prevent accidents and incidents. So that is the process, overall behavior based safety process. When you have a proper behavior based safety approaches, you can avoid accidents. It's a totally human beings, how human being always linked with the working environment. In the working environment, human beings always make some mistakes. It's called human error. We are calling as a human error. So because of the human error, what will happen? The accidents, incidents are enormous. So sometimes one of the welder, what he is doing, because of his family issues, he is taking the welding rod and doing something and thinking about his wife or thinking about his family. Then the welding rod may be heated. There will be a fire on his skin. It gets burned. So what will be the reason? Because of this behavior of family issues made that guy gets accidents. Welding guy thinking about his family matters, that's why he got an accident. For that accident only we calling as a behavior based accidents. You see, when we have seen some of the security guards, he may fall. The security guards, those who are posted for night duty around the security persons are posted around the swimming pools, they fell into swimming pool and they may be, because of their unsafe behavior attitude, they may be sink and die. Sometimes the new guys, they don't know the swimming. So in that condition, the companies also don't know whether that guy knows swimming or not. But the companies always try to push the people to do the work around the swimming pool. So when the person is always alone and also away from the family, and he get somewhat mental worries. Because of the mental worries, this security guard is roaming around the swimming pool in the night area. So he suddenly hit anywhere nearby steps and then fell into swimming pool. Then it leads to big accidents. Because of this new guy, he don't know the swimming, he sink and die, or he, because of this incident, learns how the behavior based safety observations protect the people. That's why you have to observe the people behavior based observations, very important. Whether he's having the family issues, whether he is having the any other mental issues, whether he is having the psychological issues, somewhat always in excited states. Some people always excited states. They are more happy, sometimes more sad. Sometimes people always angry about their environment. So because of this attitude leads to accidents. So that's why this behavior-based observation is a boon for the safety management systems. Before, what we are having the traditional safety management systems, what we will do, we will, after the incident, we will do the risk assessments or root cause analysis. After an incident occurred or accident occurred, there will be a detailed incident investigations. In this incident investigation only we will come to conclude that accident happened because of some issues. It's a reactive safety. Then we do, after the root cause analysis only, we know that incident happened because of that reason. So after knowing the root cause analysis, there is no benefit for anyone, because we just record it, that's all. Who will benefit? But when behavior based safety approaches, you will see the people's expressions, people's attitude, people behavior. So these all the things says that this guy is having some problem with him. So because of the problem with him, if we ask them to continue for that work, it leads to major accidents. So to avoid any kind of accidents, he has to give a training. Once we will give the training, we will see how he is behaving. Based on that, he will make them to permanent in that department. So that will be the proper way of safety approaches. The safety management, what we have seen, these all reactive safety. It is there is no benefit for that, for improving the safety system. For improving and avoiding any kind of accidents, it's better for behavior-based safety. When you are seeing, when new employees coming to the site in a mass number, 200 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, especially for Middle East oil and field, the new people having the worry about the loneliness worry, and then they are away from the family, and then the different environment climate. So they may be came from a different country where the climate is different, but the new country what they are here is climate is different. So the behavior patterns may be vary. So when the new employees comes, you have to definitely apply for this behavior-based safety. You have to see the behavior-based process, observations, recording, then analysis, then actions. Then you have to analysis again again sending to the employees, after the training, after the counseling, you have to send it for the again for the work, then again you have to analysis, then finally you will see the feedback whether that guy is okay for the work, he is fit or unfit. Still he is doing the unsafe work, he is not fit. But he has changed his attitude, his behavior pattern changed because of the training, because of the HSE training or psychological training or counseling, then his attitude changed means, okay, he is fit for work. The safety department will give the certificate for that guy. Okay, he changed his behavior into unsafe behavior into safe behavior. Then you can appoint as a employee for that department. That is the solution. If the continuously after the giving training, the concerned person not try to change his behavior means there is something big issue for that guy. That's why it is advisable that guy is unfit for that work. He has to remove from the industry. If you pursuing that guy for the work, then it leads to accidents. Because oil and gas and process industries, big accidents, explosions, accidents will come. For example, the hydrogen sulfide or any kind of hazardous gases, if the behavior is different, then they will not in a position to observe the things to do the work. That's why the behavior-based safety plays a vital role in this. So that's why the behavior-based safety always very important. 90% accident happening because of the behavior of the people. When you see in the roads, when the people's driving, though accidents happening. Why accidents happening? People always scattering their behavior, scattering their concentration. Sometimes they speak in cell phones, or sometimes they speak their family people, or sometimes worries, emotions. When they are driving the road, just a fraction of seconds, they think about their family, or they think about their worry, they think about their tensions. It leads to big accident in road. The same thing everywhere is applicable. When the people's strange behavior leads to accidents, it is the one of the major thing to avoid accidents, means that is BBS, behavior-based safety. When we are keeping on observing the people, we are making unsafe people into safe people, unsafe condition into safe conditions. That will be the only solution to avoid and to minimize the accidents in industries. When the traditional safety is always reactive, but the behavior-based is always proactive, we can minimize the accident, we can always save the people through the behavior-based safety. So that is the end of the today's behavior-based safety. If you have any questions in this, just comment and ask for any questions. I will try to answer for that questions. There are a lot of HSE documents, videos, shorts are available in our HSE MindsetMM channel. Go through it through the playlist and also the video sessions. There are courses are there. You go and benefit. Definitely you will get lot of information about the health and safety and environment. Being a safety officers or safety professionals, you can improve, you can enhance your knowledge about the HSE. So tomorrow 3 p.m. also we have a NIBOSH practical assessment guide. 3 p.m. we have a training session. So don't forget to watch it. We can join tomorrow 3 p.m. NIBOSH practical assessment guide. How to do the NIBOSH practical is one of the major paper practical assessments that we can discuss, and I'll give the lot of guidance for that. So thanks for watching. So still you didn't subscribe the channel, subscribe it, share it, like it, definitely we require your support to, to improve our channel, and also your continuous encouragements and viewing only encourages to give the more classes. Thank you very much. Thank you.